Brown fat is a special kind of fat. Most of the fat in the body we call white fat because it's what stores calories and looks kind of white. Brown fat is different. It stores fat for the purpose of burning it up. And there's much less of it in the body, but it generates an enormous number of calories, generates heat in response to cold, and possibly in response to weight gain. And we think that brown fat may someday be able to be used to help treat obesity and metabolic disease. Our study had a few things that we found that will be hopefully useful someday in using this tissue. The first thing is we showed where it is in the neck, which is one of the places that it is most abundant. It's deep near the carotid sheath and also near the sympathetic chain as opposed to being near the skin surface. What we also did is we showed that it has a lineage in the neck that's reminiscent of the lineage we see in the brown fat that's between the shoulder blades of mice. And that interscapular brown fat in mice generates an enormous number of calories and has been the subject of research for the last 30 years. So now we know there is a human homologue that corresponds to the mouse brown adipose tissue. Now we also found that when you take the white fat or the brown fat from the neck, from either place, there are precursor cells in there that we were able to grow in culture, stimulate to become brown fat as opposed to white fat, and then cause them to be functional. There are several. For one thing, we need a cell-based model to be able to screen compounds and hormones that are able to cause the cells to differentiate into brown fat, but then to screen libraries of small molecules and find out very quickly, are any of these promising candidates to stimulate brown adipose tissue energy expenditure, and therefore someday find drugs that could treat obesity and metabolic disease.